Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's baseball at Wildwood Park. We're getting ready to start Game 2. My name is Mike Martin, along with Jordan Lorenz. We will be bringing you today's second game of the doubleheader. Sheboygan came away with a 5-4 extra inning win against Kenosha to run their season record against the Kings to 4-0.
Made it a little more exciting than they had to.
Yeah, starting pitchers are Jared Reklitis for Sheboygan, and Jake Hartman will be on the mound for the Kings. The lineup for Kenosha in this first game, they'll have Daniel Hahn moving from shortstop, where he took a ball to the chin. In that eighth inning, he came back. He was fine, didn't draw any blood, but might have a loose tooth or so. He'll be out in center field. Batting second is Drew Connett at third base. Batting third, Riley Hughes at second base. Tony Newman is DHing. He was at first in the first game.
Just one Newman in the lineup.
Logan Skylick is in left field again. Aaron Schauer is in right. Mickey Shore is a catcher. And Chris Mercier is at first, and Ben Rossi is at short. That goes as a strikeout and a putout for Schnell on the tag, on the low pitch. So Reklitis starts out his day with a strikeout of the first hitter. Hopefully he can continue that. Back in the first game, Schmitz got the first batter and then wound up giving up 4 hits in the inning. Hopefully that won't happen this game. High hopper right back to Jared, and he picks it up, and underhand toss to get Connett. 1-3 putout. The final line score for that first game, Kenosha had 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Sheboygan 5 runs on 12 hits. Of those 12 hits, 5 of them came in the 8th inning. 2 of them I would classify as seeing eye base hits.
Yeah.
And Sheboygan had no errors. At this level, it isn't very often that you see both teams not commit 1 error in the game.
It's very true.
So,
yeah, usually some
by
of the
both clubs. I would say Jeffrey, the starter in that first game, actually pitched a very nice game. He was had a little bad luck in the 8th. Sheboygan got away with a couple of seeing eye base hits, and that's all it took. And we had talked about it earlier when Sheboygan got that double play on the sac bunt attempt. When you're having a tough season and you're not a very good team to begin with, bad things happen, and that's what happened to Kenosha in the 8th.
A few close check swings here, and he didn't go on either of them, so Reklitis down in the count 2-1. You know, that first game, I mean, some of the games we've seen this year, 4 errors, and it was like that Lombard game, they committed 4 errors.
Wasn't that Burlington where I think we out-hit them by whatever, and
they had
more. 4 errors,
yep.
We had 1, and we couldn't get any runs.
Just couldn't take advantage of the errors, and that Lombard game, it's a unopportune time. Remember Reklitis, he pitched in that one, 10 strikeouts in 7 in that one, 10 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. That was that game that went 8 innings. 7-inning Wisconsin State League Challenge game as he goes down on strikes.
And a 1-2-3 inning for Jared with a couple of Ks at the end of a half inning of play. Kenosha nothing. Sheboygan coming up.
To the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Tell us a little bit about the starting pitcher for the Kings.
Well, for what we
Jake
know,
Hartman.
what we can confirm for Jake Hartman, he's pitched in 1 inning, struck out 2, walked 1. That's all we know. So either he is that low on the totem pole where, hey, he's getting the start for the 4th game of the doubleheader because they really need a guy, or it's just a situation where Hartman's numbers haven't been put in. But all we know, 1 inning he has pitched, struck out 2, walked 1.
Pretty big guy out there.
Yeah. Blake Coons-ish.
Yeah, exactly. Blake Coons-ish. Starting line, or the batting order for Sheboygan, they'll have Gus Walker leading off in left field. Ross Chris batting second at second base. Harry Stelt is the DH. Brady Zach Risen is the Northwoods cleanup hitter again, batting fourth and playing right. Jacob Neese is batting fifth at third. Jonathan Kim out in center, batting sixth. Jacoby Andreas starting at first base this ball game, batting in the 7th spot. Cooper Gussie, we haven't seen him in a while, is batting 8th and playing short. And batting 9th, the catcher Justin Schnell. Walker steps in. He had a 3-hit game.
He was the hero in game number 1, that 2 RBI single down the third base line. And like you mentioned at the end of that game, if Kenosha doesn't have their infielders up, if they aren't playing that far basically in the grass, that should be about as routine as it gets. Maybe wouldn't have been able to throw home, but at the end of the day, certainly wouldn't have scored 2 the way it did. Inside there to make the count 2-0.
I'd also give kudos to Jacoby Andreas. He was on second base when that hit happened, and boy, he was hustling, running like the wind, and scored from second base.
This one goes over the head of the shortstop Rossi, and it'll be another base hit to continue such a great weekend for Walker.
4 for 6 for Walker so far in this doubleheader. Boy, he's having a good day.
And he had 4 hits in the last 2 games, so he has been hot.
I got him hitting 317 coming into the day, and I don't believe we had those stats from the doubleheader yesterday, right?
No, we don't have. No,
So
they
he's
weren't
way
included
over
in those,
300
correct?
now. Ross Christ falls that first pitch back.
One thing I noticed about the lineup, easy day for Harry Stelt. He's the DH all day long. First game,
Right.
second game, doesn't have to play first base. Just, Harry, focus on hitting. Let's
yeah,
get us some
I don't
runs.
think he minds that either.
Oh, no.
Mercier is on at first, or is at first for Kenosha. Hughes is at second. Knet again at third. Rossi moves over to short. Skulig is in left again. Hahn in center, moving from short out there. Showers in right. And Shore is behind the plate again. Mickey.
Yeah, that's a big, tall tale to ask, catching both of these games.
Right. Ross swings and misses. Strike 3. 1 out in the bottom of the first. That brings up Harry Stelt.
Only real big change for Kenosha was Chris Mercier for the other Newman, that being Tyler Newman at first base. Otherwise, their lineup stays identical, and they've got that pitcher, Jake Hartman, in. So if you do the math.
Well, Rossi moved from second over to short today.
True.
This game, I mean. But
Name-wise, though, only one new name in the mix,
way.
and if you add those 2, then they've only got 1 other player on their bench, according to the lineup.
There goes Walker.
Safe.
Throws a little bit high by Shore, and that allows Walker to slide in safe.
Gotta love those stolen bases for Sheboygan. They're adding up throughout the course of the year. They run the bases very,
New
very
clip,
well.
CJ. Haven't heard that one before. Well, why don't you? You got to get your fans. CJ's got some pretty funny clips, appropriate clips, and makes the ball game a lot more fun.
And we actually have more people in attendance for game 2.
Yes, Scott stopped up here and said since he had stopped up during the end of the first game, they've had more people check in, probably about another, by now, close to maybe 15 to 20 people.
That's weird, because usually what would happen is people come for the first game and leave after game 1. They don't come in for game 2, so.
Well, you can definitely see there is a reduction in fans in the house at this point. So you might hit the nail on the head there, Jordan, but some other people came in to replace them.
I don't
Just
know
not
why you
enough.
would leave after that exciting first game, and you know Sheboygan's going to have a little more aggression and a little more to them here in the second. They don't want to play another 8 innings. They want to get in and out and make it 4-0 on the weekend, 5-0 on the season against Kenosha.
I think Kenosha would agree with that too. We have the same umpires. They switched. Eric Johnson now on the bases. Peyton Kelling behind home plate. Those fellas did a good job in Game 1, especially since we won. Game time temperature for this ball game is still 69 degrees.
Beautiful.
Skies are a little bit hazy yet, and the wind continues to blow out towards left field. So really no change from Game 1.
Beautiful pitch inside there. Jake Hartman got a heck of a fastball on his resume. We haven't seen the breaking pitch, though, pay off like it had in that first game for the one and only Brandon Jeffrey. I mean, his was something else. We haven't seen that yet from Hartman.
Brady Zach Risen, a Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter. There with runners on base. Chance for some RBIs for him.
Be nice for Sheboygan to get an early run and an early lead, even if it's just one run. I mean, sometimes Kenosha, they've been shut out a few times this year.
Yeah, I was going to say it's fun when you get a comeback win, but you'd also like to have some games where maybe it's not quite so
There are
tense.
far too many comeback wins than there should be this year. Then there's games
Never
like
have enough comeback wins.
Well, absolutely, but you like to be on top and stay that way throughout the course of a game. Late time called here, but I was going to say, and then you got a situation like the Lombard game where it's 0-0 and someone's just got to crack through, and ultimately Sheboygan wasn't able to do so. So a lot of different situations these have been put in so far. Thankfully for them, they got an off day tomorrow. There's a breaking pitch from Hartman.
After this second game today, Sheboygan will be back in action on Tuesday when they host the Appleton Legends in a 7:30 NEW League game. Seems like Sheboygan has played a lot of Wisconsin State League games.
Yes, it's been a big focus on that one.
Leagues, NEW League games.
I believe they're 2-1.
We have that somewhere. According to my
3-1.
list here, we've only played 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 3. I'm pretty sure they're 3-1.
2-1 in that league.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the ones that were getting rained out, not the State League games. There's a big-time walk to Zach Risen.
Another walk. And that loads the bases with 1 out.
Yeah. CJ was saying Menasha got rained out 3 different times. We were supposed to play them, and that never happened. So it's
almost getting to be farcical.
It's been Mother Nature affecting the NEW League games. It's just not meant to be.
I remember when I was still umpiring, they were supposed to play here, and they knew it was going to rain, so they moved the game up to Menasha that night, and Denny called me in the afternoon, so drive up there. We got into like the second inning, it just let loose. That game was canceled also.
Now worth it. Big time 0-2 pitch right there. At someone in front of us said it was a foot outside.
Nice takes that one high and outside.
All the kids that stayed here from game 1 to game 2, they get to run the bases after the ball game.
Yeah,
so hopefully
it's a really nice deal with that Myers Family Day.
Junior starting program as well. Kids can run out with all of the A starters for game 1.
Ball is fouled straight back.
Grilled cheese on Sunday. I had that in
you
between
had your
games.
Grilled cheese. How was it?
It was good. It was my first time having it.
Is it worth coming to the ballpark to have one?
It wasn't worth it just for that, no, but
okay, all right.
It's a part of the package.
That's the wrong answer, Jordan.
I know it is.
Jacob
my.
taking one very close, but a little bit low.
Might have been a makeup call from the one before he called a strike.
Umpires don't make makeup calls.
That's what they say.
That's what I say, too.
Yeah, because you're an umpire.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacob swing and a miss on a high fastball.
Well, you know one way the A's don't want to start the game, that's by leaving 3 more runners on base. They left about 10 on base in that first game, and that was the big sore thing that stuck out.
Yeah. You were close. I don't think you count the 2 runners that were left on base because of the game-winning hit.
No,
They
true.
don't
I don't
count
think you
those,
count
do
that,
Okay,
no.
then they ended with 8. If you count them, then they ended with 10 on base. But we'll
That-
say
yeah.
8.
That'd be an inflated
left on
number for
base.
sure. Because there's no possible
Good
way
op-
you could score them.
Pitch looked inside, but called a strike. Kim down on the count now. No balls and 1 strike. Hartman trying to work out of a bases-loaded jam. It's a slow roller.
Oh,
Threw
took
by
a
the second
terrible
baseman.
top.
Oh, that was a bad miss. And that'll allow 2 runs to score. Error on the second baseman, Hughes. And Sheboygan's on top 2-0.
He thought it was going to take a hop, and it just rolled right below his glove through the infield. You know, you mentioned our errors earlier in the game. There's our first, finally.
You know, as announcers, you got to time these things, you know, and then we
That's
did
a
a good
perfect
job. Our
time to
timing
have
was
one.
awesome for this play.
A's with only 1 hit, but 2 runs to show for it, and Jake Hartman not too happy with the second baseman Hughes right now.
Jacoby Andreas up. Jacoby, a big guy with big power.
Keep in mind that runner on third. Base hit should score him, and a nice 3-0 lead for Sheboygan to start would be something they're very, very comfortable with.
Jacoby came into the first ball game later, did have a hit and an RBI. Kim taking a good lead off of first. He might be going. There he
Yep.
goes. And Andreas spoils that steal.
Hit and
Steal
runs.
attempt.
Yeah, not really a hit and run situation, but he wanted to swing for the fences anyway. If you see a good
Yeah.
pitch, you're not just going to let it go by you because your teammate's
exactly.
stealing.
Yeah. There are situations where you shouldn't be swinging on a stolen base, and then there are situations where you should, and this obviously is a situation where you should be swinging. Hartman's pitch is in the dirt. Good stop by Mikey Schauer.
Give Kim a breaker or a pitch or 2 break, and I'm sure he'll be running once again.
Zach Risen is on at third.
There he goes.
Ball is hit out towards right. Long
Think
run
he's
by the
losing it
right
in the sun.
fielder, and he can't make the play. It drops. And sliding into second is Andreas, and 2 more runs score on a drop fly ball out in right field.
You could tell as he was running in, he was losing it in the sun, and then he had a good chance to make the catch off the bobble with his hand right there, but his hand actually worked against him, tipped off it, hit the grass, and on 2 errors, the A's have 4 runs. Hartman's liking that, at least, that they aren't earned runs, but at the end of the day, this is quite a deficit for
All
Kenosha to
runs,
come
yeah.
back from.
And I'll tell you who did a great job of base running was Jonathan Kim.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was running hard out of the box, saw it wasn't going to be a routine play. He should be running anyway, but
Especially with 2 outs, yeah, you better be
Exactly.
running your heart out.
and he wound up scoring. Good hustle by the base runners,
It's a good hustle play that doesn't go unnoticed.
including Jacoby, who made it all the way to second. And Cooper Gussie up. We haven't seen Cooper a lot this year. He's appearing in his 10th ball game, hitting .222.
Just a little fake throwback. Cooper Gussie, a 160
Yeah.
career
If you look
average.
at the Kings shortstop, he's over further towards the third baseman, not leaving quite as much of a gap. But as I say that, he moves over
Yeah,
on
they
a
do that
pickoff
little
kind
fake
of move.
out, yep.
But swing and a miss there by Gussie. Let's hopefully that we don't make the errors, only Kenosha makes the
Yeah,
errors.
hopefully it's going to rub off on them and not us. Stay on that side.
Gussie with a good rip, fouled it straight back. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. Sheboygan has scored 4 unearned runs thanks to 2 errors on Kenosha. And they have a chance to score a 5th run if Gussie can come through with a base hit.
Oh, who did he go?
Pitch is in the dirt, and Gussie doing a good job of holding up on his swing.
It's very, very close.
Justin Schnell waiting on deck. Now you see that's a experienced catcher over there waiting to bat. He knows there's 2 outs.
We're
Might
in
make the third
yep.
out. Don't take off the shin guards.
Nope.
Not until you know you're getting up.
Which is going to be right now.
Fly ball on the infield in foul territory, and it looks to be out of play.
Oh,
Yes,
man,
it is.
might have broke the picnic table. You hear that thing?
Yeah.
My goodness. Sounded like a rock.
Mikey Shore coming right over to the fence, but was out of play.
Someone better return that foul ball for $1 off at the concession stand. You can get a grilled cheese for $1.
You got some fans waiting outside. They look like a little bigger. Like when they get the ball, it's not coming back. Doesn't look like they're interested in getting their coupon. They're foul right at home plate.
Just dropped it. It was Mikey behind the plate. He wants that one back.
Every once in a while, we get those guys out there, and they bully the little kids. Give me that ball.
Uh-huh. We don't like them.
Talking to Sean a couple of games ago about getting foul balls. That ball's through, a base hit. Andreas
Oh, boy.
misses third base. He's going to have to go back. Stepped right over the base. How did that happen? And he's mad at himself.
And he lost his footing as well as he was trying to go back. So real no good chance at anything. But now the catching gear comes off, and it's time for the 9-hitter, and we're just still in the first inning.
Yeah. No need to talk about pace this game, Jordan.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Technically,
I remember when I
now.
was coaching high school baseball, we were playing at New Holstein. One of our guys got a nice hit, and our base runner runs all the way around, and he scores, and he comes back to the bench. I touched second. Of course, the next thing they're appealing at second base. You're out.
Oh, no. That's on the ump, though. They got to be watching that because sometimes
the
you
umpire
just
was
assume,
watching, too. He
yeah.
saw that right away. But then it's not just – I mean, if the other team misses it and never appeals it, you're safe.
Exactly.
Doesn't
You don't
matter
have
if you
anything
miss
to
the
worry
base.
about, right? That's why you kind of just got to act like nothing happened.
Then you got to sell it, right?
Yeah. I was going to say, ooh. Wow. I was going to say, it's technically something like that doesn't count as an error, but it technically is. It counts against your team, cost them a run at the end of the day. Yeah, it doesn't go on the scoreboard, but at the end of the day, an error is an error. Bill had 1-1 on the board, but it's 0-2 because that one was somehow called strike.
That pitch is up high for a ball. Schnell was one of those players that came in late in the game. Jurgensen was pinch run for in the 6th inning by Bennett Becker, and then when they came back on the field for the 7th, Justin was in as the catcher. Andreas, who came in for Stager to pinch hit, stayed in the game and went to first base. So
a lot of high pitches from
yeah.
Hartman to Schnell in this AB.
Yeah, Andreas and Schnell both saw action in game 1.
Not a bad decision to just keep Schnell in there. Get him some ABs and keep the catching going. Now he's fresh. 2-2 count.
Pitch looked like a hanger, but Justin fouled it off. He had a great at bat in that game, in the first game, also in the 8th inning when he kept battling pitches and then he finally got the hit. That drove in a run by Mike.
About 3 foul balls in a row.
I think it was that ground ball to the first baseman where he was able to knock it down, but then not able to make a play on it.
He is fighting at the plate again. Another foul. 2-2 count. Runners on the corners. A's have just 2 hits in the game, but they've got 4 runs to show for it off the 2 costly errors against Kenosha.
Yeah, and
give
2
one to
walks
Hughes.
also.
Yeah, Hughes and Shower with those. Got a feel for Shower in right field when you just lose the ball in the sun. Got him.
Yeah, looked pretty good. Called strike 3. But Sheboygan does come up with 4 runs, and after 1 complete inning of play, it's the A's 4, the Kings nothing.
Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
What matters?
Reclitis completing his warm-up tosses to start the second inning. He got Kenosha 1-2-3 in the top of the inning.
We also know a score from the State League action. 5-2, Burlington beat Green Bay. So you look at it now, Burlington 9-3, Lombard is 9-2. So those teams right there
It's a race
on the top. Yes, Sheboygan at 6-8. They're just one game behind Addison, who's 7-6. So A's and Addison could both hold 7 wins, depending on how this one goes.
First pitch is in for a ball. Tony Newman is up. Tony played first base in the first game, and this game he's the DH. Tony had 2 hits and an RBI and scored a run in the first game. A nice game for him.
Tony was definitely one of the bright spots for Kenosha in that early game. Not a whole lot of them offensively, but they gathered a few hits. They scored some runs early.
I got my Newmans mixed up. Can you imagine that?
Oh, no way. There goes your perfect game. Whoa, swinging and missing at a high inside pitch.
So this is Tony Newman. Tony Newman did have the 2 hits and an RBI, but he was playing in center field. Tyler Newman was the first baseman, went 0 for 4. Hit that ball real hard in the second inning. Remember that had a
jumping,
leaping catch, right? He's the one that's not in the game today. So one too many Newmans.
There you go.
Right
beautiful.
Down the pipe.
Right down Broadway.
Yeah, no. Right down 8th Street.
Right down New Jersey Avenue.
There you go. That works too. Or we could go right down Michigan Avenue. That's another pretty busy street. And that brings up Logan Skulik? Skulik? Okay.
Third time's the charm, baby.
As long as you lost a no-hitter or the perfect game.
Yeah, you lost that an out ago.
Skulik.
They really pronounced that G.
Yeah. See, that's what threw me off. You didn't do that in the first game.
Oh, please.
But that's okay.
That's why you're here.
Another strikeout for Reclitis.
It's also L-I-K, and it's not L-I-C-K, like lick, you know?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. S-C-U-G?
Yep.
L-I-K?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, lick is L-I-C-K.
Yeah. Skulik. Well, that's how I wrote it out, so I'd, do the...
Phonetically or whatever that's called.
Line drive down the right field line is foul. Good rip, though, by Aaron Schauer. What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Tell me.
Strike him out. Dave Hinsey up in the booth. It's only official personnel, Dave. Dave, part of the grounds crew, does an awesome job out there.
It's not what you said earlier.
Oh, we don't talk about when he's not around. Set up here. Dave's a friend. We want to keep it that way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 Out of the 6 outs recorded by Jared Recklitis, 5 of them are strikeouts.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through. It is intense right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Yeah, we got a new pitcher for Kenosha, Sam Strash. Here's one thing we didn't pick up after that 4-inning first for Sheboygan. Hartman was bitten with some bad luck. He did walk a couple batters, though, but he struck out the side.
He did, huh?
He did, yeah.
He did get the last K, yeah. I do. Okay,
He
that
struck
makes sense.
out Neese, he struck out Christ, and he got Justin on that call.
Oh, maybe, okay, so maybe the 1-inning pitch this year, maybe it was right, because maybe it was a situation like that. You never know.
So Jake's line as he pitched 1 inning, gave up only 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 3, allowed 4 runs, but none of those were earned. Sam Strash, we're looking on the sheet.
Certainly Jake would still be in the game, though, if it wasn't for those 2 errors that accounted for the 4 runs.
Sam was the kid that was warming up during the first game, too. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings. According to this, he's got an ERA of 17.35. So, but again,
we'll see.
We saw a high ERA on their first game starter, Jeffrey, and he pitched a fine ball game. So we'll see what happens here.
And it doesn't seem like you'd pull out a guy for someone with that high of an ERA, but if that's only Hartman's role and he's only a 1-inning guy,
yeah,
you do what you can.
Maybe he's an opener.
A 1-inning opener?
Yeah, they do that in the majors.
That's dropping fair.
Ball, yeah, right down the line. This is going to be a close play at second.
Oh, great job over at first base.
Baseman,
yeah, if Mercier was not there, that would have been an easy 3-bagger for Walker, but another first pitch swing and big-time hit.
Walker 2 for 2 in the ball game. Having a day. That brings up Ross Christ. Ross, a MVP winner a couple of years ago. He's one of the guys that's starting all the time. Played a lot of right field, plays a lot of second base. Ross looking to expand on this 4-run lead by Sheboygan. Maybe we can play a 5-inning game, Jordan.
Don't say it.
Hey, you said it first.
In the commercial, yeah, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count, huh? Did you hear him say that? Come on. We cut these interns no slack. You said it. You've got to own up to it.
I said it, but I didn't say it.
But I didn't mean it.
So it's a 3-inning game?
Oh, let's get some runs. There's a line drive out the center. Is it going to drop? Yes, it's going to go to the wall. Sheboygan will have another run. Walker scores from second, and Chris takes his place at second with a stand-up RBI double.
We saw Harry Stelt hit an RBI stand-up double earlier in the first game, went right down the right field line. How about it? We just start trading doubles.
Yeah,
RBI doubles. Keep it coming.
Harry walked and scored in the first. Looking for his second double of the year, of the season, of the day, I mean.
Thankfully for Kenosha, this could be a 6-0 game if it wasn't for Jacoby not hitting third base and then stumbling on his way back.
Exactly.
So that's their positive mark so far.
You know, I can hear Jacoby when he got back to the dugout after
boy.
They don't make those bases big enough. Make them a different color at least. But things are looking good.
Could be like the, I don't know if it's like whatever, bar league softball, whatever you want to do, where you put like the orange base on the right and then the other one on the left.
Yeah, there you go. Double first base.
Yeah, do it for third too. Why not? Then you got double the space. You can't miss it.
We do that at senior softball in Arizona, double first base. The guys still run for the white one.
It's not what the white one's there for. Gonna have to have a pregame meeting. The white one is for the first baseman.
Yep.
The orange one is for you. Could call him out if you hit the white one. You could get called out. Make a rule. Then they learn.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, you know what they do in senior softball? On plays at the plate, you don't run to the plate.
Oh.
You run to a line that's drawn back, and if you get to the line before the catcher catches the ball on home plate, you're out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no collisions.
I get that, yeah. 3-1, good count for Harry here.
Yeah, this is a hitter's count.
No outs. You got Christ on second.
Pitch is low and outside for ball 4. Sheboygan has runners on first and second and nobody out.
You know, Harry's a little frustrated with that, even though it's a walk. He wanted that hit. He wanted something to drive in another run.
Well, we talked about Harry having a great eye. He's walked twice in this ball game. Brings his season total up to at least 14. I'm not sure how he did in the doubleheader yesterday, where Sheboygan won 7-4 and 7-0 behind Brad Reinflesch and Joey Pettit.
Zach Risen had 2 hits and an RBI in that second game yesterday.
First pitch to the Northwoods cleanup hitter, Brady Zach Risen, is a strike. Infield back at all 4 positions. They're not holding Harry on at first. Waiting on deck is Jacob Neese. Brady waiting for the pitch from Strash. Salmon for his first inning of work. There's a drive out to left. Diving catch is made out there by Skulik. And oh my, Strash tapping his hat saying thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was the best offensive play of the game for Kenosha. Saved a run for sure.
If that gets by him, it rolls to the wall. At least 1 run would score.
You think Harry's going from first to home?
I don't think he would want to.
He could.
Yeah.
Rowdy Telez did it yesterday. He went first to home.
Rowdy's another big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob pull that pitch foul, hit it into the bullpen. Off the fence that surrounds the ballpark. 1 run is in so far. There is 1 out. Runners remain at first and second. Jacob fouls that one off.
Sounded like a tennis ball where it bounced.
He kicks it to his friend.
Yeah, well, then it's not a soccer ball. Oh, now they both got one,
They
yeah.
got 2 balls. Are we going to turn those in, boys?
Let's return those.
Yeah. Why don't you go out and discipline them?
I will. I'll be like, I'll take them.
Fouled at home plate. Jacob trying to hang in there. See if he can get a good pitch to hit and rip it for a...
See, now you got these poor kids looking for where the foul ball went, and it's the 2 people, the Steelers, who took them.
Well, we can't see those guys anymore. Maybe they had.
Oh, they're right there. They're hiding behind the bush.
Okay. All right. I see him. Yeah, you're right. Pitch is outside for a ball. I don't know about you, Jordan, but I'm having a little trouble seeing the numbers. I think it's 1 and 2. Am I correct?
It is 1 and 2. Yep. It's not as clear as game 1.
No. Sun out a little bit more than it was in the first game. Pitch hangs up high.
Wow, that was actually a very good breaking pitch.
2 and 2. Great RBI opportunity for Jacob. Jacob has 13 runs batted in so far this season.
And I think most of them are just from that first opening weekend.
Ball's fouled straight back.
Oh, right there it ended up.
Yeah. Sean's going to take it back to the concession stand for a $1 off on concessions ticket.
You know, you can get 4 of those frozen lollipop things. They're only 25 cents.
Oh, really?
You could get
4 of them?
You could get 4 of them for 1 baseball.
Holy cow. That's a pretty good deal.
It's a bargain if you ask me.
Full count now to Jacob. Only 1 out. And that pitch is inside for ball 4, and that loads the bases for Jonathan Kim.
One of his biggest at-bats in his A's career. Bases loaded, 1 out. Could do a lot of damage. Or none whatsoever.
You mentioned in
whichever way
that
you look
first
at
inning
it.
how Jake Hartman had trouble throwing strikes. A lot of his pitches came in high. Sam Strash having the same issue, throwing strikes.
He's getting ahead in counts, and then I think he's
finish
just
him
not
off.
attacking the zone, yeah, and then he falls too far behind where he can't get back in track.
Kim takes that pitch up high.
Instead of trading doubles like I suggested, we're just kind of trading walks right now.
Yeah, it's more exciting to have doubles.
Yeah, a lot more exciting.
Well, Harry's in scoring position at second, Ross Christ at third. Jacob Neese over at first. Count is now even on Jonathan Kim. Do we ever find out exactly where he's from in Wisconsin? East side of the state? That pitch is called a strike. Ah, there it is. Look under outfields, Jordan. Brookfield. So he is eastern half of the state. We didn't import him from La Crosse or anything. Or Eau Claire. Come on, Jonathan King. Kim, get a hit. There's a drive out in the left field, but it's foul, way foul. Actually, it was so foul, it hit off the screen.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be over the dugout at least. Jonathan Kim up. He reached on an error where 2 runs scored, and then he wound up scoring on the error on the outfield. In the outfield.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Sam is
Kenosha's wondering where that pitch was.
Sam's a little not too happy on the mound, and I wonder why.
Kim sitting with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. There's only 1 out, and the bases are loaded. Sheboygan threatening to put some more runs on the board. So drive
Could
down
get
the left field
one.
line. Net and Skulik were over there, but neither one was able to make the catch. Good break for Kim.
Could have been a little sac fly, maybe. I mean, he caught it over his head. Would have been a quick adjustment to throw home. All depended on how Tim Moyer was feeling. A's have more runs than they do hits right now. 5 runs, 4 hits. all thanks to that 4-run first inning.
So we have more walks than hits too. 4-1 or 4-3. Actually 4-4. I got him for 4 hits. Is that right?
Yes. Another one.
Kim hanging tough. Sam Strash trying to work out of the inning. His first inning of work, Jake Hartman started and went 1 inning. Sam Strash now in there.
I mean, if there's any good to point out of this inning, it's that Sam's pitch count is now way up there.
Yeah.
And we don't know what else Kenosha really has pitching-wise, if who else they could throw out there.
There's a drive out into center field. It's going to be caught. Runner from third is going to tag up and score. Good base running by Christ. And a sacrifice fly produces another run for Sheboygan.
Kim did his job. You don't need to get them all. Just get one at the end of the day, and that's what he did. Now 2 outs in the inning, so no more sac flies in question for Andreas.
Harry and Neese remained at their bases, second and first. And Jacoby Andreas is up next. Jacoby hit that soft fly ball to right that was dropped by Schauer out in right field, produced 2 more runs.
Harry was actually almost halfway to third base on that last one. This one could drop. Yes, indeed.
It's a base hit. Harry rounded the base and held. Probably a good decision.
Not a bad decision. Bases loaded now for Cooper.
2 runs in the inning so far for Sheboygan. They lead at 6-0. Cooper Gussie singled his first time up. See if he can come through again. In the first inning, all the runs scored by Sheboygan were unearned. So far, all the runs in this inning are earned runs.
So Hartman threw 2 innings of work. He will keep his perfect 0 ERA on the year, and he actually now has 5 strikeouts compared to 1 walk, if you look at it that way.
Yes, I was also thinking about our starter, Jared Reklitis. This is 2 innings in a row now where he's had to sit for a long time.
Big weights, yep.
Good eye by Cooper Oh my, call that a strike? Oh, backed him out of the box. The umpiring at home plate in the first game was much more consistent than we've had so far in this ball game.
See, now that's a lot more of a strike than the first pitch. That's still a ball, absolutely, but the last, yeah, wow.
Kenosha didn't think it was a ball.
In their heads, they did.
2 balls and 1 strike. Good stop. Preventing a run from scoring.
Even with that, he still had 3-1 in the count. Not a bad position to be in.
No.
We know Justin Schnell, he's got a good bat, and he could be up next. He's wearing the catcher gear on his legs again, like you say.
Pitch is fouled off. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Sheboygan does have 2 runs in. Oh, a base hit here could really break it open. Get us into that 10-run rule territory. Time called at home plate. I think that was Cooper Gussie asked for time.
Yes.
Runners take their leads. And the pitch. Again, fouled off. Can I have that book? The press book. Yeah. Gussie from Plymouth, Wisconsin, attends UW Whitewater.
Full count once again to him.
Takes that. Oh boy. I'm beyond speechless. Gussie called out on
Yes,
strikes.
he did.
And that ends the second inning. Sheboygan got 2 more runs, and after 2 complete, it's 6-0.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Sheboygan on top 6-0 as we start the 3rd inning. Mikey Shore lead off for the Kings. Mikey had a nice first game. He's always a good defensive player behind home plate. Had a tough game at the bat, but he earned his way with his defense. Jared Recklitis, second inning in a row that he's had a long break between innings. Takes that first pitch outside for a ball.
A long break in between innings.
Yeah, you always got to worry a little bit about that. Jared, also like Eric Schmitz, is a quick worker. We like that.
Oh, yeah. In a game like this, we do. And just like that, he's down 3-0, a little bit of rust between innings.
Randy and Mary. Jared's parents are in the house. A 4-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter here in the 3rd. And that brings up Chris Mercier. With Jared getting so many strikeouts, it's hard to get a double play.
Yes, it is. Now you can get one. It's our first time seeing Chris Mercier of the day. Seeing him at the plate, at least.
Had a good rip at that first pitch from Jared. Infield and outfield is straight away for Sheboygan.
He's way late on these.
Andreas holding the runner at first, but Mikey Shore is not taking much of a lead. Another swing and a miss, and that's strike 3.
3 pitches, 3 fastballs, 3 swings and misses, just like that. Recklitis, I should say, working back.
Ben Rossi up. Ben was at second base in the first game. He moves over to shortstop for this ball game. Down 6-0. You wouldn't expect Kenosha to be doing a lot of running.
This is their first base runner of the game, right?
Yes.
No hits given up so far on the walk. It's about all for Recklitis.
What makes it easy for the umpires when your pitcher is right around home plate, too. And another strikeout for Recklitis.
I mean,
7 out of the 8 outs.
These fastballs are just flying right by him. There is not a whole lot they can do.
It's electric.
Yeah. They're
Brings
just
up the
late
leadoff
every
hitter.
single time.
Yeah, Hahn was a strikeout victim in the first, but they did have to throw him out at first base, which Schnell did. Now the sun is behind a cloud because all of a sudden the numbers on the scoreboard are very clear.
You can see it clearer, huh?
Like it's been all day, the wind continues to blow out towards left field. Although it didn't seem to bother Jimmy Jurgensen in the first inning. That ball went right off the catcher's mask, I believe.
I think it ticked the umpire's shoulder as well.
Yeah, that could have been it, the shoulder. Schnell turned back to make sure he was okay. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Sheboygan on top, 6-0. We're in the third inning. Pitch outside. Was close.
It was close.
Daniel Hahn took that bouncing ball to the chin in the first game. Good to see he's able to keep playing.
Might be missing a tooth.
Pardon me?
Might be missing a tooth in the coming days or so if it's a little
Bill
loose.
went down to get the lineup between games, and he said he was doing fine. He might have a loose tooth. I don't think he lost any.
Not yet.
Right.
Wakes up in the morning.
Breaking ball, and Hahn able to hang in there. Fouled it straight back. Waiting on deck is Drew Connett. Drew was in that 8th inning, and a bouncing ball was able to skip by him for the winning hit. Scored 2 runs. Gus Walker getting that 2-run single. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs.
A little too high.
Yeah, a little too high.
A little bit.
My goal whenever I umpire, Jordan, was nobody walks.
Just calling strikes
for
on
an
everything.
Interesting strike zone. There it is. Called strike 3 right on the inside corner, and that ends the top of the third. Sheboygan coming up with a 6-0 lead.
Oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Justin Schnell lead off the bottom of the third for Sheboygan. I think. Looks like Bennett Becker in the on-deck circle.
6-1 is the score from the other game going on in our doubleheader. Burlington at Green Bay. Green Bay trailing once again. So, I mean, if Sheboygan gets 2 more wins, or this one more win, I should say, here today, and they jump to 7-8, and Green Bay falls to 4-9. That would be a nice bit of company that Sheboygan leaves in the dust.
So Justin Schnell is waiting to come up to bat, but Bennett Becker is swinging a bat in the on-deck circle, so he may be hitting for Walker. We'll have to see how that works out. And probably move Christ out to the outfield somewhere.
Probably, yeah. He's comfortable anywhere, though.
Yeah. Well, I got the alignment already. Becker comes in to hit. He goes to second. Chris goes out to right. Zach Grissom moves over to left.
There you go. You're a smart man.
Walker moves to center.
I'm watching none of that happen. It's something completely different somehow.
Oh, we already got Kim in center. You can't do that.
You don't want two center fielders?
I'd leave one of the outfields open.
Yeah. It could be like Little League where you have like a left to left
That would really put the
center.
pressure on Kenosha. You got to hit it out there otherwise.
You got that one spot right there.
Isn't that the idea of doing the shift?
Absolutely. That's what it's for. Make them hit it there. They're like in the Little League days when you used to have a left fielder, a left center, a right center, and a right, and you had 4 in the outfield.
Now get a hit. Schnell takes that first pitch for a strike. Sam Strosh still on the hill for Kenosha. He allowed 2 runs in the second, but I tell you, it could have been a whole lot worse. Sheboygan left 2 on in the first inning and 3 more in the second inning.
The left on base numbers continue to haunt them this weekend.
Yeah, they had 8 in the first game. We thought that was high.
We're only through 2 innings.
Yeah. Pitch is up high for ball 3. It's 3-1, nobody out. We're just getting started here in the third inning. It's been a slow mover. The first game actually moved pretty well. It's just that it went extra innings.
Even for that, yeah, it was just north of 2 hours.
Walks have been part of the problem for Kings pitching in this second game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. Bennett Becker is going to pinch hit for Gus Walker. Becker got into the first game
as a pinch runner. Yeah,
you're
right.
Runner, right. Had some, I thought, some good moves by Tim Moyer to try and get the lead in that 6th inning and then get out of it in the 7th. Didn't pan out that way. Sheboygan had to win it in the bottom of the 8th with a 3-run rally, getting down by 2 in the top of the 8th. Becker pops that one up on the infield and making the catch is Mercier for the out. And that'll bring up Ross Christ. Chris hit a line drive out into center field that got by the center fielder, went all the way to the wall. It was an RBI double. One hopper. Nice pickup by the second baseman.
Chris can hold up at first, even though that ball goes back to the
went
dugout.
Over and the ball took a bad bounce on him. He had to reach back. He made the play and then threw to second for the force out. The relay throw is not in time.
Yeah, and there's no one behind Mercier either, so he was kind of stuck there. But Ross Christ holds up at 1. He'll take a fielder's choice, and now it's Harry Stelt.
Harry up.
Also good to see that he made that error earlier on, which cost his team 2 runs. He made the best of that one, forgot about it, short-term memory, moved on, and at least got 1 out here.
Yeah, that was actually a really acrobatic play.
It was. And he was kind of losing his footing, too, as he went back.
Harry has gotten to bat twice already this game. We're only in the 3rd inning, and he's walked both times. Harry takes that first pitch for a strike. I thought one of the nicest hits that I've seen Harry have all year, including his home runs, was that first inning double down the right field line. Normally we think of Harry as a pull hitter, but he went with the pitch and really hit it hard. Got all the way to the corner, and he was in with a stand-up double, RBI double for that matter.
Chris not running on the wild pitch outside. He stays put at first. But yeah, that double, one of the best hits we saw other than the Gus Walker single to walk things off. Just a good piece of hitting by Gus.
Strash delivers. Called a strike. Harry with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Chris on at first. Harry had a good rip at that. And Mercier
almost
couldn't quite get a good beat on it. He was out there, but not in a position to make the catch.
He had to actually follow the ball backwards instead of backing up and then to come to him. He was running towards it back out there, and it ends up falling, and Harry stays alive. Good to see him make contact. He watched 2 good pitches go by him as he's behind in this count. Not something you see Harry do a whole lot, is fall behind.
Sheboygan won the first game 5-4 with a 3-run 8th-inning rally. They're up here 6-0.
Oh!
A line drive way back, and that's out of here. A 2-run blast for Harry Stout puts Sheboygan up 8-0.
His 5th home run of the year, got all of it, and as you said, pull hitter, right? Going to left field, got it, gone.
Harry's got that kind of power. Mentioned that's his 5th home run of the year to go along with 4 doubles. That's 9 extra base hits, and I don't even think he's got 50 at bats. I mean, that's
incredible.
Pretty awesome power. Brady Zach Risen, the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter, is up next. We're getting close, Jordan.
Can never be too close.
I'm talking about the 10-run
I know.
lead.
I know.
Pop up on the infield. Rossi makes the catch for the 3rd out in the 3rd inning, but not before Sheboygan comes up with 2 more runs on a long home run by Harry Stout. At the end of 3 complete, Sheboygan on top, 8-0.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you.
You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down! Get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back! My back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things!
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Defensive changes for Sheboygan. They now have Hunter Stager in the ball game at first base. Bennett Becker stays in the ball game after pinch hitting in the third and goes to second, and Ross Christ moves out to right field. And
I thought he
Brady
flew
Zach
out.
Risen moves from
Here,
right
one
field
second.
over to left field.
What did Zach Risen do?
He popped out to short.
Popped to short, yeah.
And leading off the fourth inning is Drew Connett for the Kings. It's a check swing foul. Jared Recklitis on the mound for Sheboygan. Pitched a dandy so far, is not allowed a hit through 3 innings. I think we're early enough in the ball game. We can throw that out there.
Yeah, we can throw that out there. He's also a completely different approach than last inning. He kind of walked the guy in 4 or 5 pitches it was, but now he got ahead 0-2 and should be a nice easy. Ooh, took a bad hop, but fielded cleanly. Wow.
Nice scoop over there at first base by
Cooper Gussie.
Hunter Stager on the throw from Cooper Gussie.
That's not an easy play to make for Gussie. That ball took a high hop.
Yeah. Sometimes you get that hop that comes right at waist high. You know, it's right there. When I was coaching baseball out in Chilton, the kids would call that grapes. I never heard that before till
That's an interesting
coaching
one.
with those guys.
Sure, they had some reason.
Nice fastball by Recklitis, but it's a little bit outside. That's only the second time Kenosha has not struck out to make an out. Recklitis must be losing it.
Must be. A little rusty, huh?
Yeah, a little rusty after
Can't believe it.
all those long half innings. Riley Hughes is up.
Nice pitch.
Takes a breaking pitch in for a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh.
And not a very good swing there by Riley Hughes. He comes up empty, and it's out number 2 in the 4th inning. Jared started off the ball game, retiring the first 6 hitters. Then he walked the leadoff man in the third, and then retired the next 3 in that inning, and he's gotten the first 2 in the 4th inning. The ball is hit out towards second base. Becker retreats and makes the easy catch, and that's out number 3 in the 4th inning. After 3.5, Sheboygan way up 8-0.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Getting ready to start the 4th inning. It'll be Jacob Neese, or we can have a pinch hitter.
'18, Stager.
Well, I thought Stager came in for Andreas.
So did I, but
Apparently not.
well, he went
Maybe
to first.
Andreas was at third. We didn't notice it.
I don't think so, but you never know.
Hunter
Stager's
Stager.
batting. I know, that's why we're confused. Everyone's confused in the press box as Stager goes up to bat.
What may have happened, Bill, is they put Stager in, moved him to first, and put Andreas over at third. I mean, that's
We'll keep
the
an eye on it.
explanation I'll go with. But Stager's up now, batting in Jacob Neese's spot. So the assumption in the press box is Stager came in for Neese, played first base, and Jacoby went from first base over to the third.
I mean, that's logical. That's about
And
all we
that's
got.
our story, and we're sticking to it.
We will.
It's a good thing I use pencil.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You know, if we did, could lose my perfect game on the scorebook.
Oh, that'd be pretty bad.
Would never even be a chance.
I start it in pen, so I don't really help you.
Well, that's okay because you got the lineup right in front of you.
Right.
So it's not. That's
it's hard to
pretty
mess
safe.
it up when you're just writing off a sheet
Yeah.
of paper. It's possible, though.
Stager takes that pitch for a ball. Looks pretty close.
Yeah, Stresh was ahead 0-2, and again, he's just fallen behind. It's his inability to finish ABs.
There's a line drive right down the line, but
Just
way foul.
Way out of it.
Looks like Hunter likes those inside pitches. In the first game, he had an RBI double right down the left field line that was fair by maybe less than 6 inches.
Well, it's good that he likes him because we've seen him consistently called for strikes in this game as well. So if you're going to have someone to swing at him, might as well be a guy who enjoys them.
Pitches up high. It makes the count 3-2.
Sam's growing a little more frustrated with himself after every AB.
Right.
Tough day, tough spot to put him in, down 4-0. Giving up 4 runs in the past 2 innings, and there's a walk.
Pitch rides up high for ball 4. Hunter's on at first base, and Jonathan Kim is
This'll be it for him.
Yep.
Number 3 is coming into pitch. That's Tyler Newman, one of the Newmans. Pitching change. He made it through 2 innings, him being Sam Stresh, before we see the new number 3 make his way into the game. We weren't quite sure what kind of bullpen Kenosha had, but we know Tyler Newman played first in the first game, and now he's coming into pitch. So
we've seen the Newmans all 3 games, this being the third. And Tyler at least has played a different position each game.
Yes, he has, and that's a good thing to have. We'll see if he's pitched it all before. Don't see any stats for him, pitching-wise. Maybe we have ourselves a position player pitching.
Yes, could be. Strash has given up 4 runs so far. All of those have been earned. He's responsible for the runner at first. Sam walked 2, 3, 4 batters and struck out 1. So 4 walks, 1 strikeout, allowed a home run. He's given up 4 hits so far and 4 runs, all of them earned. And again, his line is technically not done because he is responsible for Hunter Stager over at first base.
Only a few pitches for Newman, and he's good to go. He threw a good little heater. When he was on so far in the warm-up pitches we saw, so it'll be interesting to see if that continues. He's coming in, going to have to work from the stretch as he pitches to Jonathan Kim with that sac fly.
We already talked about that down at this end. We want him to get him out in the 5th inning with no hits.
Saying what we're all thinking. The 5-inning no-hitter.
Jonathan Kim up. Kim not wasting any time. Falls that ball straight back.
Always a good idea to swing at the first pitch on a new pitcher if it's something good, because you know most likely they're going to attack you.
Especially when you got an 8-run lead.
Yeah. And I think Newman, we'll see eventually moving on, but I think all he's got is a heater.
Jacoby Andreas waiting on deck. A pitch outside the zone.
Also a very slow wind-up move from the stretch. Not that the A's are going to be stealing up 8-0, but to get the 2 runs you need, do whatever you can. It's a first pitch foul and then 3 consecutive balls. The same situation Sam Stretch was in. I mean,
not even close, really.
Yeah, no, these ones aren't. But Sam, the first batter of the inning, had him 0-2 and then walked him.
Kim rips that one foul. Cole McClavic got his hand on it. Probably wishes he didn't.
That's Pettit.
Pettit. Yep, number 25. Joey Pettit over. Don't get your hand hurt.
Oh,
man.
no, absolutely not. Pettit had that beautiful game yesterday. Only gave up 2 hits, struck out 10. Would have been ball 4, but
yeah, Kim hanging in there. Didn't want to leave it up to the umpire's discretion.
Sounds like an arcade game, like I just won something. Or that too, yeah. That's a
drive
gapper.
out into left center field. And
wow.
Making the over-the-head catch was the left fielder, Skulig. And my goodness.
Shocked me. It's because of that wind. It pushed it. Yeah, I think it did too, but that thing kept carrying and the wind ended up pushing it right into his glove.
Jacoby Andreas up next. Jacoby moved from first base over to third last half inning.
We think.
Well, if Bill said it, it's got to be.
I think you were the one who said it. That's actually a
Not
good
officially.
pitch.
That was just talk amongst the
speculation
press box guys. Bill made it official when he announced it to the fans in the stands. And Bill is just hoping that I was right.
Everyone that's left, I mean, they're riding on where he went. Is Andreas at first?
I bet all those
third?
fans that were here watching the game, they all went home. Now they're watching us on
Probably,
the internet.
Yeah. Probably like, what am I missing that I left?
Ooh, healthy swing and a miss there by Jacoby.
Well, he swung on your favorite 2-0.
And I think that's the first swing and miss that Newman has served up to the A's hitter since he entered the game. There's a line drive base hit. Jacoby didn't miss that pitch.
Oh, no, there's that exit velocity once again. Absolutely crushed it.
CJ, can we get one of those exit velocity meters up here? Club going to buy that for us?
He said yes. Gussie made that
the
great
shortstop
play.
Up next. Sheboygan threatening to score some more. They've gotten 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third.
So they just have to get 2 here in the fourth. They got to keep it up.
Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Nice pickup by Rossi. Flipped the second in time. And the throw back. Nice scoop by the first baseman for the 6-4-3 double play. And that ends the 4th inning for Sheboygan.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Getting ready to start the fifth inning. Sheboygan up 8-0. Jared Rekleitis is going to be facing Logan Skulig, the left fielder. Logan has made some nice plays out there in the first game and the second game. He's been a good player for Kenosha. In the first game, he had 2 hits and an RBI. So far in this game, he's 0 for 1. They have not been able to turn over the lineup against Rekleitis. He's been getting them up and down.
What do you think? Over under 40 pitches?
1, 2, 3. 3 of the 4 innings have been 3 up, 3 down. What do you got, CJ? Pitches for Jared.
Okay.
54 pitches only.
Higher than I expected.
Part of that's a product of all the strikeouts.
Strikeouts, yeah, they add up. Hey, look
Reyes
who's over at
makes a
third
nice
base.
Throw across for the out.
We can confirm it's Andreas over at third as he makes the play.
It's official now, Bill. Andreas is at third.
They definitely heard us up here, and that's why they hit it to him, and they're like, oh, he
Right,
can make
yeah.
the play.
Throw him in the fire. And then they hit the ball to him right away.
They
Aaron
did.
Showers up next. This is Aaron's second time at bat only. Another bouncer over to Andreas. High
Airmailed
throw is causes Steger to have to go up the ladder to make the catch, which he does, but it took him off the bag, and it's going to be a E5. First error of the day for Sheboygan.
Sean's yelling for replay. Do we have that here?
Yeah. You get us a replay camera?
So after today, we want a pitch counter right in front of us, so we don't have to ask. Exit velocity meter, so we
Yeah,
can
there you
see,
go.
and replay.
Actually, that would be another job for you, Brandon. Jordan, taking care of the another one. Gets through Jacoby. Ay, ay, ay.
They do that, so like when I've announced for like UW Green Bay before and stuff, because it's like D1 and then they got a whole thing in the back, and like they have someone there specifically for replay.
For that job.
Yep, and then that's all they do is they go to the camera, they reel it back, you know.
You know what I could do is bring one of my high school sheets for pitch counting, and you just X out the boxes.
It's too much
as it
work.
goes along.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
but you're a multitasker kind of guy.
I got enough going on. You know me, I'd forget. I couldn't even keep track of the scoreboard the other day.
Oh, sacrifice bunt. This should be an easy out. Hopefully it is.
One out, but now you need one more before letting any of those runs come in. Second out of the inning.
Advances the runners, though.
It's the scary part.
Rossi's up. Now, we talked about all the strikeouts that Jared had, through 3 innings. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. Since then, in this last inning and 2/3, he's had 1 strikeout. So, Kenosha's putting the bat on the ball better than they did early in the game. But they still don't have a hit to show for it.
Yeah, thanks to those 2 errors of Sheboygan, that's how they're staying in it. You talked about it earlier in the game about a no-error first game, and here we go. Both teams have 2 errors in the
right
second.
away. I shouldn't say right away, but 2 errors in this game.
Kenosha had theirs right away.
Yes.
First 2
and
runs.
those were huge.
Oh, yeah. Cost him the first 4 runs of the game. Got him.
Strikeout for Rekleitis ends the 5th. And after 4.5. It's 8-0 Sheboygan. They could end it right here with a couple of runs. We'll see what happens.
Like our cool water personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
For the catcher is throw to first.
Yeah, well, that's what you should do, yeah. Because what are you going to do, run way over the dugout and tag him? I mean, that's not efficient.
We were talking about that last strikeout in the top of the 5th. The ball bounced in the dirt, and Schnell made the pickup, and the runner was going to walk back to the dugout. Matter of fact, was walking back to the dugout. Schnell, to his credit, tried to tag him, missed the tag, and then actually went after the runner walking back to the dugout and did tag him for the certified third out. But what stands in front of the A's now is getting 2 runs. Jordan wants to get home.
Who doesn't? Did you see Newman when he tried to throw a breaking ball and it went way up top? Yeah. He has it in him. He can throw a little bit of one. Yeah, Schnell.
Justin Schnell is going to lead off the bottom of the 5th for Sheboygan. Justin walked his last time up. A healthy cut. Newman pretty good on that pitch. He had trouble when he first came in the ball game. Stash's line is now complete. He goes 2 innings, allows 4 hits, 4 runs. All of those were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 1 and did give up the home run to Harry.
You got to give it to Newman now because he's working from the windup and he's actually looking a lot better and more efficient. So that pitch just missed inside. And he's in here for the long haul. I can't expect Kenosha to throw it any other pitchers their way. It's Tyler Newman or nothing.
Long road back for the Kings. They're down 8. I think when you don't pitch a lot, the thing is getting consistency with your release point and, you know, just doing all the things over and over again, and it's hard to do when you don't practice it. There's a line drive out into right center field. That's down. Goes all the way to the wall. Schnell will be in at second with a stand-up double. Boy, he hit that ball hard.
Hey, did he ever. There's our exit velocity meter.
And that's going to bring up Bennett Becker. Becker, his first time up, popped to the first baseman. It's a bouncing ball in the hole. At short, it goes through. It's a base hit. Schnell is going to be out at the plate. Nice throw by the left fielder, Skulig. And that's the first out of the inning. Bennett stays at first with his base hit. Really nice throw by Skulig. You know, we talked about.
Well, yeah, it wasn't that shallow.
Bat,
so,
but boy, he's done a good job in the field, mostly with catching fly balls. Now he did it with his arm. Ross Christ up. Tim Moyer trying to get Bennett an RBI, but didn't work out that time.
What?
Joey Pettit in the on deck circle. Looks like he's going to bat for Harry Stout.
We wanted a Harry Stout walk-off.
Somehow it doesn't seem right. You hit a home run right away, you get yanked from the ball game.
It's like
what in the world's going on?
no.
Right.
He's not getting rewarded. It's a punishment.
There's a line drive caught. And a double play. Becker, no chance to get back, so it's a line drive out to the first baseman. He steps on the bag for the double play.
Garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Top of the order for Kenosha. In the top of the sixth, it'll be Hahn, Knet, and Hughes. Jared Recklitis still doing the pitching for Sheboygan. First pitch is a ball. 10 strikeouts so far in the ball game for Jared.
That's it.
Walked one, is not allowed a hit.
Nice heater down the middle.
Yep.
Yes, I said, is that it?
Check swing by the batter. No swing. Peel was down to the base umpire, but he said no swing.
Clyde had 27 Ks coming into this game, so he's at a nice 37 now.
Yeah, he's been pretty awesome with that regard. Good fastball. Evens a count, or is it 3-2?
3-2. Can't be even unless it's a K.
Recklitis, good-looking right-hander for Sheboygan. Bouncing ball.
Uh-oh.
Gets by him.
Oh, no.
Bennett. Becker.
Oh.
They get him by less than a half a step.
I thought that was going to be dangerous, and boy, was that close to being an infield single.
If we had instant replay, they'd be going to it.
Yep.
That's going to bring up Drew Knet.
Kenosha's manager down on the sideline had a nice emphatic safe sign to the first base umpire.
What does
after
it
the
say about your chances when you don't have your base coaches out on the field?
That is also something. Throw some players out there.
There's nobody on third, nobody on first. I'm not sure if that's Kyle Stone, the manager, right in front of the dugout in the red shirt.
I'm guessing.
Who is? Brandon Jeffrey is
Their
now
pitcher?
managing for Kenosha. Kyle Stone gave up that position. He's the general manager.
Oh, he's higher
Not to
up.
be confused with the field manager.
Big difference.
That's huge, actually.
Oh, I think Schnell got that one on the hand.
Jared trying to work another 1, 2, 3 inning. He's got done 2, 3 of them so far in the ball game.
Jared chooses the ball he wants, and now we're going to get ready to see if he can add on another K at the 1-2 count. He's been
writing a note here about the structure hierarchy of the Kenosha Kings. Little roller over to Bennett. He makes a nice play. A throw over. 2 outs in the inning. And that brings up Riley Hughes. Riley's 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Who isn't?
Yeah, good point. Oh, actually, Mikey Shore is 0 for 1 because he walked.
Oh, that's right. He did reach base.
And they do have a couple players that are 0 for 3.
If you want to get technical, sure.
They got a few of those 0 for 2s. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So then what, 2 0 for 3s and then 0 for 1?
Yes. That's
that
it.
equals 9. Ticked it
Healthy
into the
swing,
zone.
but a miss by Hughes. Reclitus still looking real strong out there on the mound. Boy, look at that wind howling out in center.
Barely staying alive as Hughes.
Yeah, bouncing ball fall. You know what we got to do is we need to get the name of the A's bat boy.
Oh, the kid, yeah.
Yeah, the kid. He does a nice job. He got here a little late. We'll cut him some slack. But he's here for this ball game.
That's all that matters.
Check swing.
Not even going to ask. Down to first.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And number 22 at the plate. I think that would classify as Deuces Wild, guys.
Last game it was better. 2 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-2 game.
Yeah.
That was better.
You were nailing it that first game, Jordan.
I tried.
Always trying to one-up me.
It's my job.
Line drive. Nice stop by Steger, and he takes it to the base for the unassisted putout. After 5.5, Sheboygan on top, 8-0.
The experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Tony
That would
Newman
put,
is now catching.
The other Newman,
Tony
Tyler
Newman,
Newman,
24.
the pitcher, would then be batting.
24. He's catching. I like this. They got that Newman to Newman connection.
Yeah.
Also is
Whoa. He can get the ball to second base.
It's also good to give Scher a bit of a rest.
We got a Newman to Newman battery now for Kenosha. Doing the catching is Tony Newman, moving from his DH spot. And, of course, Tyler Newman is, we'll assume his brother is on the mound. And leading off the bottom of the sixth for Sheboygan is Joey Pettit. Pettit hitting for Harry Stelt. Harry was 1 for 1, a couple of walks, and a big 2-run homer. Pitch comes in low.
Scher with a well-deserved break as he was catching the first game and then caught the first 5 innings of this one. So that's 13 innings of catching so far today. And who knows who was the catcher yesterday.
Is that player abuse?
Might be. Unofficially, yeah. Imagine if he caught even a game yesterday. Caught 20 innings in 2 days.
Oh, I'm sure he would have caught at least one of the games yesterday.
The
bouncing ball foul for
say it again.
Joey.
Yes. Oh, probably, yeah, I'd assume. Because he hit in the first game. Tyler did. Had the green light on 3-0, followed it off, and then takes a walk.
Pettit leads it off with a base on balls. That brings up the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter, Brady Zach Risen.
He's one of the few guys that has stayed in the lineup throughout all the changes. Get him? Oh, he's on the other side. I was trying to kill it before.
Got to go get him with your thumb and forefinger.
I like catching them and then just squatting them down.
Mr. Miyagi.
That's hard. Isn't that harder to do?
Yeah. He did it with chopsticks.
Well, that's
in the Karate Kid.
It's a little different.
Pitch is up and in. You don't watch Cobra Kai on Netflix, huh?
I want to get to it sometime, yeah.
It's really good. Very good. Very highly rated by the professional reviewers, actually. How about no, it's a Jurassic Park one that's on there too. Cretacean. That's a good one too. It's more for adolescents, but I can get into it.
4-pitch walk.
I'm young at heart. Another walk. How about that?
You're young for the rest of your life.
I am actually.
As young as you'll ever be.
6, 7, 8 walks in the ball game.
8? And Newman has 3 or 4, I'd guess.
2 now. He didn't have any.
Oh, he didn't have any.
Yeah, he came in after that walk by Strash and hasn't walked anybody till now. His 3rd inning of work. Hunter Stager up. Stager walked. He was the last batter that Strash faced. Hunter with a pop-up on the infield. That'll be an infield fly rule.
No one even called it.
Yeah, it happens.
It's a long day for these umps.
Yeah, it's a long day for them, too. And that brings up Jonathan Kim.
I think the home plate umpire called it real late, after it was almost in his glove. He threw his hand up, said something. I don't know what he said.
I remembered. We still got an infield fly rule situation intact for Kim. Let's see if he can nail it. Oh, just a bit inside. That wild pitch will send the runners to second and third.
Base hit could end it.
Yes, sirree. From Major League. takes that pitch up high.
Yeah, Newman leaving him a bit up so far this inning.
I think Tyler's limit is 2 innings. At least that's the way it looks.
Oh, to our knowledge, he hasn't pitched at all this year so far.
Yeah. Jacoby Andreas waiting on deck.
Good news for Newman is a walk wouldn't be the end of the world, loads the bases and puts a double play back in question. He's got that empty base over at first. 3-0 green light to end it. Got the green light about swung on ball 4. Yeah,
good rip, but fouled it straight back.
Probably the best pitch he was going to see all at bat right there.
Ball's in the dirt. No running. No runners are going to advance on that. But Kim does reach on a base on balls. Third walk in the inning. Loads it up with only 1 out. Jacoby Andreas with another great opportunity for Sheboygan to end it right here and preserve Jared Recklitis' no-hitter. He's pitched 6 innings. Is not allowed a hit.
Can you imagine if they get 1 run and it's 9-0 and then they
he loses the no-hitter in the 7th? Let's not talk like that. Let's stay positive.
Just being realistic.
Jared with 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk in the game.
Oh, good pitch. Falls behind 0-2.
Andreas does have a couple of hits, and he reached back in the first inning on that drop fly ball out and right. Slow roller to short. Backhanded pick. Yeah, Brady
so they did get a run, yes.
A little confused, but does make it over to third.
Well, the problem
does
is
score on the ground out.
Yeah, the problem is he didn't run from second. He stood there. I don't know if he didn't know the bases were loaded or what the situation was, but that's why he was late to the third base bag, and they nearly were able to throw him out.
Well, Jordan, you called it. What if they score 1 and have to go to the 7th? Cooper Gussie ends it right there. That's a line drive to the outfield, drops in, and Sheboygan wins by the run rule on Cooper Gussie's RBI single in the bottom of the 6th. We talked about it throughout the game. Jared Recklitis is the star of the game, going 6 innings, allowing no hits, no runs, only 1 walk, and struck out 10. With the win, Sheboygan runs their record to 4-0 against Kenosha on the season, and overall are 15-10. Is that right, Jordan? 14-10 on the season. Our next ball game is going to be on Tuesday, June 21st, when the A's host the Appleton Legends in a 7:30 Northeastern Wisconsin League game. One more time, the final in this game, Sheboygan wins 10-0. They also picked up a win in the first game of the doubleheader, 5-4. For my partner, Jordan Lorenz, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.